Alrighty, I suppose that means that we are live. And it is. Alrighty, we are good to go. Alrighty, well, hello everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're wrapping up day one of this marathon here for No Kid Hungry. My name is Von Yvonne. I'm going to be with you for about the next 3 hours or so, doing a couple games. The first one that we're going to do here is going to be Final Fantasy IV, which in America was referred to as Final Fantasy II. We are going to be doing what's called the 80% No Credits Warp run, and this is going to be a whole lot of fun. So, yeah. Here we go. Alrighty. If y'all are ready, I'm ready, and let's get started in 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so the game starts out with a decent amount of cut scenery. I'll kind of explain what's going on here. So these are the Red Wings. They are essentially the Air Force of the Kingdom of Baron. And they have been tasked by the king to fly to the peaceful mage village of Mysidia to steal their crystal. And here we have a retrospective of what they have done. You see all of these mages and the elder are protecting the crystal that's behind them. They take out those poor black wizards. The white wizard throws himself at the soldiers and dies as well. Elder says, "Stop this madness!" But he gets cast aside. As our Dark Knight Cecil here rolls in, grabs a crystal, does as he pleases. Elder pleads with him one last time, but alas, to no avail. But our Dark Knight Cecil is conflicted. He obviously wants to follow the orders of his liege, but he's not quite sure why he's doing this. Oh, also there are monsters approaching, so let's take care of them real quick. I'm actually not doing anything, this is just a cutscene. Using a firebomb. Now this is an item that is usable in the Final Fantasy IV Japanese version. However, this item and the one following are using items, the lit bolt and the firebomb, only for these cutscenes. We will not have access to these in the North American version, unfortunately. Alright. Making our approach. Back to Baron. I should mention that throughout this run, we're going to have several characters that we can name. There's a couple that I'm going to be naming in just the next few minutes. One of them is our protagonist here, Cecil. This is going to be the most valuable name for those of you that want to donate towards it, because Cecil never ever leaves our party, so you're going to see it throughout the duration of the run. So, if you have even just a few dollars that you'd like to throw at naming this character that you're going to see for essentially the next 2 hours, do it now, because the cutoff is going to be coming up pretty soon. Yes, I did indeed get the Raven skip. I didn't really mention that. There is a chance that in the scene where you throw the lit bolt at the Raven, there's a chance that it can attack you first and waste about 3 seconds. I, however, avoided that, so my run is valid. Alrighty. So what has happened here is the king doesn't like the fact that we have questioned his authority. He has cast us out, and our friend Kane has decided to be a bro and stand by our side. So now we actually do stuff. So I'm going to come into this little mini armory here, and I'm just going to pick up the tent. This tent is going to be extremely important for a glitch that I'll be doing in about 7 minutes. So, definitely good thing we got it. That's Rosa. That's Cecil's girlfriend. We'll see more of her later. That's Sid. He's our engineer buddy. We'll be seeing more of him later, too. Alrighty. But you know what? This is all pretty heavy for our friend Cecil here. So, time for bed. He's going to try and sleep, take mental inventory of what has just happened. And in comes girlfriend. She's showing concern. They talk it out. Communication is key in all relationships. Alrighty, we're going to be cutting off the names pretty soon here, so folks, if you want to name either Cecil or Kane, get your money in soon, please. Alrighty, so morning has come. Kane and Cecil will venture out from Castle Baron together to deliver a package that they were given to the village of Mist to the north. We don't know what's in the package, at least not yet. Maybe we will find out soon enough. I'm gonna cut off the names in probably about, I don't know, 30 seconds. So if we do have any names to assign to Cecil and or Kane, go ahead and let me know what they are, please. I see there's a good contingent of Final Fantasy IV folks here in chat. Always fantastic to see you, lovely folks. Alrighty, I haven't gotten any word about any names yet, so we can always do naming for these folks actually in just a few minutes, so we're going to go ahead and skip this for now. What I am going to do is just a quick menu here to bring my battle speed and my message speed down to 1 so that things move as fast as possible. Speaking of moving as fast as possible, we are going to grab a yellow chocobo, and we're going to make a run up to this cave here. Now, we are about to go through this big, spooky, misty cave. Now, I should let you know, there are random encounters in here. Really, truly, there are. The nice thing is, you're not going to see any of them, because before I went live or did any of this stuff, I set up my encounter seed such that this section of the game will provide me with 0 encounters. Now we have our first boss battle. The boss fight is trivial, however, we're going to do something in here which is extremely important. So this is D-Mist. The D stands for Derek. Yo, Dark Slash, thanks for the raid, and thank you so much for the good luck, folks. Appreciated. Alrighty. So the dragon's going to turn into mist. We can't damage it while it's in mist form. But we can do some things that are very, very important. Parry. Come on. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. And stop. Damn. Oh well. Alrighty. So that menu I just did in my item screen there, I will explain in just a moment. And there we go. Alright. Mist Dragon is done. So now we're coming up to Mist, but before we do that, we're going to do a couple really important things here. We're going to go ahead and finish that item duplication glitch that I was doing during the Mist Dragon fight. We're also going to use that tent to do what's called the Mist Clip, which I'm going to execute like so. Here we go. Entering Mist from the right side as opposed to the left, which you're normally forced to do. Alright, if we have names for Cecil and or Kane, I will need them now. But in the meantime, I am going to... Oops, hello. I'm going to sell that blank spot for 3.2 million gold. Buy 10 dancing daggers. And this will help us greatly throughout the game. Some other things that are really going to help us are going to be in the hidden parts of this house here. We're going to pick up this tiara. Then we're going to come all the way down here to this extra special hidden room. And we're going to pick up the change rod. Okay. Now or never on those names, if we have any. Okay, if there were donations for the names, I'm sorry, I'm not getting them, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this. We are going to name Cecil NKH. If there were indeed names for them, I can always rename them later. It's not like the first one is that I name them as permanent. And I will have an opportunity to name Kane again. It's just going to be much later in the run. So I guess we can keep those open if there are actually donations coming in. I unfortunately don't see those, so yeah. So, and also I know I do see everyone here in chat. I see some great friendos in here. Thank you all very much for the good luck and the support, and the cute puppy emotes. Those are always very welcome. So, y'all are cool. Oh, my camera desynced. Okay. I'm getting confirmation we don't have any donations for names. Folks, we gotta fix this. Now, NKH stands for No Kid Hungry. The group for which we are raising money. Please help us do so. Alright. So now I get to pay very close attention to where I am getting encounters, because this is going to help me to determine what encounter seed I am on currently. Ah, interesting. None yet. Okay, well that makes things a little interesting. Alrighty. So, to catch up on lore, this green-haired girl, her name is Rydia, at least for now. We have made her very upset because by killing Derek Mist, we have also killed her mother. And by opening that package that the King of Baron told us to deliver, it has set fire to her hometown. So, she got super upset and caused an earthquake. Alright, before we get too crazy though, I'm going to introduce something here called run buffers. Oops. Didn't mean to introduce it like that. So basically what happens is if you try to hold the L and R buttons and run from battle, in a battle where escape is impossible, you get that can't run message. Now what's nice about that is that during that message, the ATB for everyone freezes, including your enemies. This gives you a slight window of time to input commands without your enemies getting closer to taking their next turn. So we use this to our advantage to sneak in turns that we normally wouldn't get, to make certain battles a lot easier and safer. Yes, the Newtopia block is indeed underway. I'm getting word that my camera and audio are not synced. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that right now. Maybe during a cutscene. Alright, first a very important menu. We take that tiara that we just got, slap it onto level 1 30 HP Rydia, who is rather fragile. The tiara is an extremely powerful piece of armor. So, we give it to her. That was Rosa. She has a very peculiar fever that can only be cured by the sand ruby of an antlion. So that's kind of our next mission here, is to go to an antlion nest and obtain one. Okay. Wow. Still no encounters yet. What a seed. Still no encounters. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this seed is insane. Yep, 1-2 steps, perfect. Nice. Yeah, don't worry about the camera. Just listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Oh no, a surprise attack. This is gonna waste a few seconds. In fact, if the desync is bad, I guess we could just turn the camera off. Maybe I can diagnose it during a cutscene or something. Alrighty. Well, this seed is thoroughly green, and that is pretty awesome. So, what I'm talking about here is the fact that I have a chart that shows me exactly where I should be getting encounters on a given seed. And there are 256 different encounter seeds that I can be on. And the seed that I am on is determined by the frame on which I press A during the title menu. Now, part of negotiating these seeds is doing this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Those are what we call extra steps. What I'm doing there is I'm incrementing the step counter for when I would be getting random encounters in a room where I would not normally get random encounters. And what this will do is this will either avoid encounters or will push them off to times where it is more advantageous to get them. Such that, I mean, what you see here, I've just walked through 2 rooms. I'm about to walk through a 3rd room here. No random encounters. All of these seeds, all 256 of them, have a particular way that they should be handled as far as the extra steps that you're taking and all of that stuff, so that we can make these runs as quick and as safe as possible, given the seed that we have been provided. So we're going to pick up the Darkness Sword. This is going to be an upgrade for Cecil, which is going to help us greatly in the next boss fight that we're about to do. Alrighty. But before we get to that boss fight, we need to do 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 extra steps. Drop down this waterfall. Oh no. Oh no. So, in addition to knowing where I need to take extra steps, the chart also tells me when and where I'm getting encounters. And I know that this encounter has tiny mages. And I hate tiny mages. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with it. Good. Oh no! Surprise jelly! Please don't hit Rydia. Okay, whatever. Alrighty. So here we go. Here's our second boss. This is Octomam. Octomam has a pretty unique function here. We're going to reduce its tentacles, and in the same time, we're going to reduce its speed. But first, we're going to slap that Darkness Sword on. So every 2 times that you hit Octomam, it's going to lose a tentacle, with the exception of the first one, which takes 3 hits. Oh, hello. There we go. Okay, good. Oh, no! Hello. Alright, we're just... Oh, no, we're not. Oh, I'm glad I waited there. We have to cast Life now on Rydia. And it missed. Thank you, Tella. This is what we like to refer to as a Tella Life, where he tries to cast spells that, you know, have a connect rate here, and it just fails. Awesome. Nope. Okay, good. Alrighty. Well, we're almost done. Did I bring up the trash can? I did. Okay, good. Just checking. So, I do some very particular moving around of items here while we have the chance. Because it saves me from having to take extra time to do it in a menu outside of battle. But one thing in particular that I did was the trash can, which is normally used for, you know, throwing away items that you wouldn't normally need. I've brought it up in my inventory, and I've done that for a very specific reason, which will become very evident in about half an hour. This was supposed to happen. That's good. Alrighty. So here we go. We're about to come up to Damcyan Castle on our way to the Antlion Cave. But here come the Red Wings, and it's bombs away. Castle's now ruined. This is bad. First, we gotta do a menu here. Gotta change our formation around a little bit. Alrighty. Gotta take 4 extra steps. We'll just do that right there. Take an optional step by going right around this dead guard. I mean, this sleeping guy. Alrighty. For those of you that are fans of our boy Edward here, the Spoony Bard, you know what to do. Alright, let me see if I can figure out what's going on. Okay, I hope that fixes the delay. It should. Alrighty, hopefully that's better, folks. Nice. Hooray. Alrighty. So what has happened is, during the attack on Damcyan, Anna here, who happens to be Edward's girlfriend and Tella's daughter, has died during the attack. This is all very sad. And Tella's really upset about it. He thinks it's Edward's fault. When really, it is the Red Wings. But he's not listening to reason, and Edward is very sad. And despite the fact that his castle has been destroyed, of which he is the prince, by the way, his girlfriend has died, he's been slapped around by an old man, he's about to be called a crybaby by I think she's 7 years old? And he's gonna get slapped around by the Dark Knight as well. But despite all of this, he's gonna be like, yeah, sure, let's hop in my ride and go. Delay is fixed. Success. I apologize for that, folks. If there are any more tech issues, please let me know in chat. I appreciate it. Also, I appreciate all of you. I see a bunch of friends in here turning out for what I know is a very late run, but y'all are awesome. What would be really, really awesome? Donations for No Kids Hungry. We are here trying to raise money for a good cause, after all. Please help us do so. Alright, so here we go. Into the Antlion Cave. We go down and to the right here. In that order, because that's the correct way to move through this cave. We pick up this life potion here just in case we need it. Alright, so here we go into the net. Oh no, this could be bad. That is not good. Well, good thing we picked up that life potion, because Rydia needs it. Of course she does. Alrighty, so, Antlion's quite tame. So we're just going to take the Sand Ruby, right? Nope, Edward almost gets murdered, and now it's time to fight. Fortunately, we have these super sweet dancing daggers, which are going to do a bunch of free damage here. Alrighty, and there we go. So, now we have the Sand Ruby, so now we can go back and we can cure Rosa. This is all very exciting. That life potion did indeed turn out to be very useful. Had I not picked that up, Edward would have been the only one throwing dancing daggers there. Rydia would not have gotten the level up, which would have been a huge problem during the next boss fight. So it's really important that she doesn't die. Now, the nice thing about that particular fight, which is normally somewhat dangerous in a casual playthrough, is that the only way that Antlion really deals any significant damage is if he's attacked physically. He counters with like this needle spell that does a bunch of damage. Fortunately, those dancing daggers that we throw are technically considered magical attacks by the game, and therefore do not trigger those counters. So it only hits us for like 1 or 2 HP at a time, which we can absolutely deal with. Alrighty, I am going to get up to another point where I can be naming some characters. I can basically name everyone in the party. That will be Cecil, Rosa, Rydia, and Edward. So, if we have any names for them, I want you to have those ready after we finish the cutscene here with Edward. So, you've got just about a minute or so to get those names in if you want to do any sniping or anything like that. So, if y'all are wanting to get in on that, now is the time. So we've cured Rosa, and this is a good thing. But she still needs rest, and so do we. So we're gonna chill. This is what happens tonight. Okay, now, when you have text boxes in the game, text boxes come up to let you know that the character is saying something, and it lets you know what they're saying. Right? In this case, we have a text box here to let us know he's saying nothing. It's my favorite text box in the game. Alrighty. So now our brave Sir Edward needs to go one-on-one with this water hag. Fortunately, 2 things have occurred. One, I've put him into the middle slot, which actually raises his accuracy. Second of all, I've equipped him with a dancing dagger, which is going to basically guarantee that he does hits here. All I need to do is 3 hits to water hag, and it will die. Alrighty. Alrighty, so it looks like we do have a couple of names here. So again, I need Edward, Rydia, we can do Cecil, and also Rosa. It looks like I've got some names for Rydia and Edward. Alrighty. So here we go. Now we can go, but before we do, I do have a couple of renames to do here. Oh, no, you don't. Oh my goodness, he's actually on the door. Get out of the way. Thank you. Alrighty, so we are renaming Rydia to Bess Girl. And Edward, as he often is, will be Spoony. Oh my goodness, thank you. Alright. Alrighty. So there we go. I didn't get anything for Cecil or Rosa yet, but there's still other opportunities to rename them. So if things come in for them, we can still do that. But now we have Rosa in our party. This is good. And we are going to head on over to the Kingdom of Fabul at the behest of Edward so that he can help us with what has happened to him. But unfortunately, we get in here and we are stuck because there's this wall of ice. If only someone could cast fire and get us through it. Well, we have Rydia here, who is a caller and can use black magic. But she's scared of fire because it burned down her village. Rosa is going to convince her, you can do it, and she does it. We actually have learned Fire 1, we're never going to use it. Alrighty. So now that's done. So now we can ascend Mount Hobbs, get all kinds of encounters, including this one here. Awesome. Please don't kill anyone, because if you do, then I'm in big trouble. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Oh my god, that is a massive problem. I have no way of reviving him. Oh boy. Oh, actual boy. Yep. Wow, that was extremely unlucky. Well, we definitely want to cure her, because we certainly cannot afford to have her die. Alright, well, we're just going to make the best of this. This fight's going to be a little weird, but we can make it. Okay. Alright, so here we are at the summit of Mount Hobbs, and we encounter the Karate Man Yang, who is going to beat the snot out of some imps that are attacking him. And we will stand by and watch this happen. Alrighty. That death to Edward is... It's kind of... yeah, this is going to be interesting. Not just for this fight, but also beyond. Oh, cool, we get a 4-turn Yang. Well, is this a marathon run or what? Okay, here we go. Okay, she cannot die. This is... yeah. That should be enough. Oh, thank goodness. Don't kill her, don't kill her. That's not how I meant to attack. Well, we're pretty much done with this fight anyway. Okay. So, that's not really how that's supposed to go. But we made it, which is good. It's better than not making it, considering I haven't saved since Mist. We will certainly be saving before Fabul, though. There is no question about that, because we are going to need Edward extremely heavily for the sequence of fights that we're going to be doing next. Unfortunately, because he died before we even got into the battle and we had no way to revive him, he's not going to get a valuable level that he would have gotten there, which is going to make him a little more fragile for the fight. So we are really, really going to need some good luck here. Okay, well, these things happen. Only one encounter on the way there, though. That is a welcome. That is a welcome sight. And it's not a back attack. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she learns Life 1 just a bit too late. Yeah, Calvin, the experience routing at this point really isn't that big a deal. So fortunately, yes, those deaths are not going to mess with anything there. That's nice. Alrighty. So now we're going to start what's called the Fabul Gauntlet. This is going to be 6 battles in a row. I cannot menu in between them. So I just got to do these 6 battles back to back to back to back to back to back. And hope we make it. Alright, so here we are going to employ these run buffers liberally to... Okay, good. To make sure that we get attacks in where we should. Good. Alright, so that's one battle down. The first, third, and sixth battles are all the same, where it's the captain with the 2 fighters, or the general with the 2 fighters. Those are definitely the most dangerous battles, because you're almost always guaranteed to take at least 1 hit, and it can be a pretty heavy one, too. Ah, come on. Okay. Oh, nice. There we go. Okay, good. Alrighty, so during this next battle, we got something very important that we need to do here. Alright, so I'll explain that in a second. Oh no, too early. If you run buffer too early, that's not a problem. It just really just wastes maybe like 2 seconds, I guess. Alrighty, only one more battle to go. Edward has yet to take a hit, and that is a sigh of relief. Alright, good stuff. Edward has done his job. So the goofy stuff that I did in the menu when I had Yang's turn in that 4th battle, the one with the gargoyle, was I did another item duplication. This time I duplicated the Fire Claw, which is the kind of hand weapon that he has. It's actually interesting that I do that because I'm actually going to, well, spoiler alert, he's actually going to be leaving my party fairly soon. The reason why we do that item duplication is because we are going to need a whole bunch of Fire Claws in a little bit, and I will explain that. But first, this is the cutscene with Dragoon here. We want to die as quickly as possible. And Kain has done a bunch of damage. We're going to do the rest ourselves. Get into this critical state. Avoid the extra text. And there we go. So Kain, who was our buddy, is now attacking us. And strange that this would be happening. But this is our explanation. This is the evil Golbez, old Crooked Horns himself, who has taken control of Kain's mind and is essentially using him to do his bidding. And his bidding is to steal this crystal. But when Rosa decides to interfere, Golbez says, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and kidnap her and take her with me as well, while our Cecil here is helpless to do anything. So Rosa's gone, the crystal's gone. This is all bad. And it's about to get worse. Alrighty. Yes, I realize I should probably be calling them by their names that have been assigned to them for this run. Alrighty. The sudden but inevitable betrayal. Alright, so now we need to kind of regroup and figure out what the heck we're going to do here. So, we've decided, alright, we're going to head back to Baron, and the King of Fabul, from his bed, is going to say, here, take this sword and a ship and get out of here. And so we're like, alright. First we got to do a little menuing. We'll do that right here. Alright, so what I just did there was I took the tiara off of Rydia. I put the black sword that we just got from the king onto... I'm sorry. I took the tiara off Best Girl. Let me count steps here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6. We took the tiara off Best Girl. We put the black sword onto NKH. And with Yang, we completed the Fire Claw dupe. Now, the main thing that we did there was we left our inventory with 254 Fire Claws. We are eventually going to reduce this number to 114. And this, I think, is a good time to start talking about this particular category that we're doing. So this category is called any % no credits warp. What this basically means is about halfway into the game itself, we are going to engage an enormous, just hugely game-breaking glitch that is essentially going to allow us to not only skip the entire second half of the game and go straight to the final boss with a means of one-shotting said final boss. Now, in order to do that, we are going to need to go through a whole bunch of rooms of extreme glitchiness. The way that we get through these rooms is going to be varied greatly through all of them. Some of them are going to depend on where certain items are in your inventory. Some are going to depend on how much gold you have. Some are going to depend on where your vehicles are parked. Where a chocobo that you were riding leaves the screen. Among many other things. Your battle speed, the color of your game window in some places. It's really crazy. But we're setting up and it's subtle. You never would know if you weren't a runner of the game. But we're setting up this glitch just layer by layer with the things that we're doing all throughout the game up until that point. One of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting some very specific items and some very specific quantities of items and placing them in particular spots in our inventory such that when we get to these rooms that are checking for these things, we're able to get through them. If you don't have things in the right place, you can soft lock. Doing this glitch is going to be extremely sensitive and extremely fragile, so messing up anywhere in there will just completely kill it. So, yeah. So hence why we're doing some very particular stuff here. Speaking of which, we're going to see more of it coming up very soon here in some shopping that we're going to be doing in this next town that we're going to get to. Alrighty. So, NKH is all alone after that crash of the boat. I'm going to go ahead and save here, because this is a marathon. Just in case there's an issue with shopping. Alrighty. Just froze for a second there. Almost bought the wrong thing. That's why I was thinking about it. Alrighty, so we pick up 6 of each of those things. It's very important that one of those particular things has a stack of 6. Alright, there we go. So now we're done with all our shopping here. So now we can head on up to talk to the elder of the village, who was like, "Oh hey, I remember you. You're the one that came and murdered a bunch of my people and stole my crystal. You want me to help you now? Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take these 2 children, you're gonna babysit them for a bit, and you're gonna go on a very, very dangerous trip up a mountain to the east, which is called Mount Ordeals. If you are successful there, you will become a paladin. And in so doing, you will have proved your worth and earned redemption." And so that's what we're doing now. And away we go. So we've just got a lot of, kind of walking, and there's not a whole lot going on here for quite a bit. So if there are any donations that you want to read off, maybe update some of the bid wars for the names and whatnot, this would be a fantastic opportunity to do that. Alright, so now we encounter a fire wall. We encountered an ice wall before. This time it's fire. Fortunately, one of these twins here, the boy of the group, his name is Palom. He is a black wizard, and he knows the ice spell. And he's extremely proud of himself for what he's done. And his sister Porum likes to smack him around just to keep him in check. I can't say that I blame her. These twins are actually going to be pretty important for these couple of boss battles that we've got coming up. But meanwhile, we see what's going on here with Golbez. He's got Kain under control, he's got Rosa in capture, and he is sending his fiend Mylon to go and deal with with the Dark Knight and his meddling kid friends.
Okay, I can do some donation reading.
Yeah, perfect time.
Cool, well we got a $10 donation from Rowdy Sniper, a $10 donation from Natara saying, "You can do it, Vanny." $5 donation from Desrapot.
Yep.
$20 donation from Margaret Ann.
Oh, nice.
FF4 is full of yummy food, flan, carrots, and turtle soup. Yum, I hope this donation can help feed kids yummy food too. $5 donation from Anonymous. $20 donation from Yushiro. $5 again from Anonymous with a heart as the comment. $10 donation from T Murdoch. Says, "I hear Natara and Vanny are very inspiring for Utopia commentary." Another $10 from Margaret Ann. Says, "Kids definitely shouldn't be hungry. Let's feed them."
Very nice.
And $20 from Kate A. White.
Alrighty, thank you all very much for those donations. If you are putting those towards naming characters, we will have an opportunity to name, let's see here. Oh god, it's going to be everyone in our party. It'll be Cecil, Tella, Porum, Palom, and Yang. And that will be coming up in about, like, 10-ish minutes, I want to say. So, if you want to get some names in for them, please continue to donate. There is still a chance.
Oh, looks like I missed a couple.
Oh.
Got $5 from, if you don't mind, $5 from Squid. We got $5 from Birdman M. Birdman, who says, "I was told that donating is not busted. This is the only way to be sure." Well, you're correct. It's not busted.
Good.
$5 from Chill Out, who says, "For the children." $6.90. I don't know where they came up with that number. From T Murdoch saying, "Gotta support my man, Jezita. Remember, Utopia is a very inspiring game." Thank you.
Right on. Awesome. Thank you all very much for that. Alright, so, pretty soon here we're going to be engaging in a couple of boss battles. Am I taking the optional steps here? I am. Okay. But first we got a little menu. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have an encounter to do. Oh, god, another back attack. Well, okay. Rip Palom. And rip Porum. Oh my goodness. That's fine. We have the means to revive them. Alright, so we're going to put that tiara onto Porum here that we took off of Bess Girl. No, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Alright. Here we go. So we're fighting Mylon here. We're going to throw Cure 2 potions at his minions to take them out quickly. I didn't wait too long there. Good. We're good. Perfect. Just what we wanted to see. Flare, that's also what we wanted to see. That's fine. That's fine as well. Not a problem. That's kind of a problem, because that's not going to do as much damage, and that we don't like to see. Okay, let's see if this takes it out. It does. Excellent. Alrighty, very good. Alrighty, now. Remember that trash can that I moved up? We're going to try to use it as an item in this next battle. This is going to take a lot of concentration. I'm not going to be able to explain it in real time. Rest assured that I will explain it when it's done, especially if it is successful, which it is not guaranteed to be. Okay, that's what we needed to see. So is that. Perfect. Alrighty. So that trash can item is going to be thrown here, doing a bunch of damage, and one-shotting the boss. Alrighty. So that was the successful execution of the Mimic glitch, which takes advantage of kind of a little bug in the scripting for how Palom and Porum's twin command works to get them to do things that they normally wouldn't be able to do. In the previous battle, actually, the battle against Mylon, there's an item you can pick up in the first Chocobo Forest we go to called a carrot. You can throw that at Mylon and one-shot him as well. That one doesn't save as much time and is a little more complicated and risky to set up. So most people just go with the trash can, especially when they're starting to learn it. Thank you for the GGs on the trash can. I am very relieved that I was able to get that. Alrighty. So now we fight our old Dark Self, now that we are a Paladin. Normally this is supposed to just be a cutscene where he tells you a bunch of stuff. But fortunately, we have dancing daggers, and we can kill him with the only 1,000 hit points that he has. And there we go. So we skip a bit of cutscene there, which is nice. And it is official. NKH is now a Paladin. Okay, now, I'm going to take this opportunity during this cutscene to do that there. Now, you might be wondering, why, pray tell, are there these red rectangles on the sides of the screen? They will be used in a couple minutes, and I will explain them once that comes up. But first, to finish out our lore, Cecil becomes a Paladin. He does some self-discovery. Tella does some discovery of his own by learning a spell called Meteor, which is going to be extremely useful for the next few boss fights. And yeah, away we go. Taking the extra step here too, I assume. Yeah. Alrighty. So now we gotta walk all the way back down the mountain, the way we came. I think I'm only gonna get one more battle before I get to the forest, which is nice. Alrighty. So, these red bars here, remember how I said earlier that when it comes to going through certain rooms in the 64 door glitch, it can also depend on, there's one particular room that depends on where your yellow chocobo, the last one that you get, leaves the screen. Well, that's what these red bars are for. These are going to tell us the problem areas. If the top of the chocobo's head leaves the screen through any of those red bars, that's bad. And if we try to go through the glitch and we get to that particular room, we will soft lock and can't get past it. So we're hoping for a good bird. We will find out momentarily. This bird is good. Okay. And I took an extra step there, but that's fine. Alright. Good bird, hype. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Thank you. Oh, 38 steps. Alright. So we get some more lore here. It's not terribly important. Alright. Well, actually, there's a way I can do it. One step, isn't there? Yeah, cool. Okay. Alright, so 38. Alright, so I'll do the 1 and then the 36. Okay, so, going to be doing some extra steps here. Alright, so let's see here. So here's 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, and 6. Alrighty. Did I take any damage coming down? I did not. Okay, good. Alright, so now we come in here to find our old buddy Yang. Except he's not too happy to see us, because we pushed him over the boat. Okay. So now we do battle with Yang himself. And by battle, I mean we just need to smack him after he kicks us twice. Ouch! He even says ouch if you miss him. Which is funny, and that's what ends the cutscene. Alright, speaking of cut, now would be a good time to cut off the names for all 5 of the characters that I have. Cecil, Palom, Porum, Yang, and Tella. If we have any names for those, please let me know what they are soon. So now Yang is in our party. This is good. So the mimic glitch, fighting Mylon Z using the trash can probably saves about 40-45 seconds. I want to say. I know. So rude, isn't it? Alrighty, so it looks like I have a name for Palom. And that's it. If I have names for any others, I need them now. But it looks like Palom is going... Whoops, there he is. Palom is going to be Dwayne. Hello. No. Thank you. I'll take a couple seconds here to see if there are any others, Fiesel. Perhaps that's it. None that we see. Okay, very good. We are off. Alright, so now, again, it is time for shopping. Alright, so, you might be wondering, hey Vonnie, why did you buy 4 stacks of 13 cure rods, 58 ice claws, and 68 fire claws? Didn't you already have 114 fire claws? How many fire claws do you need? And the answer is a lot, to make sure we get through this glitch, so. Oh no. Please hit Yang. If you're gonna hit anyone, hit Yang. No, that's not Yang. That's still not Yang. That's still not Yang. That's Yang. Thank you. I do take extra steps here. I'm glad I saw that. All right. Alrighty. So, this is an interesting part of some of these step routes here, where you kind of deviate from the path so that you can take some extra steps. 2 and 4. That's all we needed to do there. So that probably just avoided one encounter that I would have gotten, like, right there. Alright, but now we're good. Alright, so now we've got a couple boss battles coming up. But there's one in particular, the first one that I'm going to do here, where I'm going to do something very specific for preparation, and it's going to be exploiting another glitch in the game. But first we want to equip some stuff. Okay, we want to change our order here. And then we are going to use Tell His Magic, cast that, and then underflow our magic. We have Boomerang 06 magic points now. I'll explain why this is significant in a second. But first we are going to join up with Baigan. Which you might say, hey, why has he joined your party? You can only have 5. He would be the 6th. That's strange. Well, you want to know what else is strange? Baigan's a funky dinosaur! Alright, we're going to be doing some other strange stuff, like killing off our own party members. Interesting. Alrighty. Oh, that stinks. Man. Alright, well, that's okay. So we just cast Meteor. And you see it as one-shot the boss. So here's the deal. Meteor, which is supposed to only be a spell that is used in a particular cutscene, costs 99 MP to cast. But what we've done is because we've underflowed his magic, we have... let me see here. Oh, crap. That's right. Never mind. Oh, this is gonna suck. Well, I tell you what. No. Hold on. I'm just gonna do this here. Normally, I would have liked to have done that during the Baigan battle, but because I got entangled and stunned, I was unable to do so. So because we have underflowed Tellis magic, which normally his maximum never goes above 90, it has allowed us to cast a spell that we normally shouldn't. And we will one-shot several bosses in this fashion. Okay. Okay, decent damage, I guess. Good stuff. So, that was Keinatsu done pretty quick. Keinatsu has exactly 4,000 HP. What we can do is, when it is gathering the water like that and has all that water around him, it is weak to lightning-based magic. And so we take advantage of this by casting Lit 3 on him. Now, Tella's roll of Lit 3 can be as much as like 4,600. It can be as low as about like 3,200. Such that even with the damage that we do with NKH and Yang in their first turns, is usually somewhere in the neighborhood of about 400. We can still fall short of killing Keinatsu if Tella rolls low. However, even by himself, he was able to take him out, which gives me that opportunity to rearrange some things in my menu in a particular fashion, which is going to be very helpful. Alrighty. Unfortunately, we are stuck in this room and the walls are closing in. Things are looking dire. So our twins have cast themselves into stone form to stop the walls from closing in, and have saved the party in a very valiant fashion. Very heroic of them. But this is sad, because they were good kids. Palom was a little mouthy, but still, you know. He didn't deserve it. Alright, back in Golbez's Fortress of Doom, he sent Mylon after NKH and crew. That was unsuccessful. He sent Kenatsu to deal with them. That was unsuccessful as well. So he's like, dang it. What do I do now? And he's like, you know what? I'm going to hit him where it hurts. I'm going to send Kane himself to confront Cecil. NKH, excuse me. And let's see if maybe that works. But fortunately to aid us in our quest here, our buddy Sid is going to furnish us with an airship. This airship is called the Enterprise. For me, it was not free. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to get. Oh my god. The black and white twin scholar. That's amazing. Oh, I love it. Alright, so Kane's like, alright, dude, here's the deal. If you want Rosa back, you're gonna go into the Magnet Cave, and you're gonna retrieve the Crystal of Earth, and you're gonna bring it to us. That is all. I take my leave. And so we're like, alright, well, let's go. It's up in the northwest. Let's do it. So that's where we're headed. Ah, it's too low. Oh well. Alrighty, so here we are in the Castle of Troya. Gonna take a couple of optional steps right there. We're gonna head on over here. And who is this? It's our buddy Spoonie! Yes, an expensive enterprise, yes. Enter pricey. Haha. So, Edward is bedridden. We call this Bedward. And he's just like, look, I can't really help you, but take this harp. And we're like, alright. What am I going to do with this? You're the one that plays them. But whatever, dude. So we take it. We're just like, fine. Put it in the pocket. Alrighty. So now we are off to Cave Magnus to retrieve the Crystal of Earth. We'll run from this battle. And then we will pop into this forest here to get a black chocobo, which are these purple ones, actually. Now, the black chocobos are cool because they like to run away from you and just be trolly. To get over here. Oh my god, come here! Thank you. So, the black chocobos can fly, and they can only land in forests. So, we're going to fly him over here. Come into Cave Magnus, only to discover that anyone that is wearing anything metallic is going to be essentially rendered useless in battle. Now, that applies to everybody in our party currently, with the exception of Sid. I did something about an hour and 15 minutes ago when I was setting up the mist clip where I took the iron glove that Kane was wearing and I took it off of him and I just dropped it into my inventory. I did that for this cave right here because we're going to be coming up to a battle cutscene that you are supposed to essentially, like, lose or die. If all of your party members are paralyzed, you lose, including what's going on right now. So I don't want to equip it on him yet, because if I were to get in one of these random encounters, I would game over. And that would not be good. So what we are going to do is, when the time is right, we are going to put that Iron Glove on Sid, and we are going to save a significant amount of time in that cutscene. Margie, no. What? What? That makes no sense. No sense at all, I say. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the boss. This is Final Fantasy IV for the Super Nintendo. We're doing the any % no credits warp category. Alrighty. So here is the place to put that glove on, Sid. Oops, hello. So this is the cutscene I'm talking about. And you see how everybody has those little paralyzey things around them and they're not doing anything? Well, there we go. Alrighty. So now Heroic Edward drags himself out of bed to come and play this harp that's just chilling on the floor over here. And in so doing, the twin harp that we received is going to be playing the same music that he is. Now you might be like, yeah, okay. We need to get the Crystal of Earth. Why did you essentially give me a glorified iPod? Well, fortunately, the harp's music destroys the magnetic field that the Dark Elf here has placed in this cave. So now we can fight him like normal, and we are about to do so. Thank you! That's exactly who I want to have targeted with that weak spell. Alrighty. We are good to go. So what we exploit there is when Dark Elf changes from his elfy form to his dragony form, the flag that would make him immune to the weak spell goes away. Now, what weak does is it reduces the target to single-digit HP. So we basically just do that, smack him once in dragon form, and he dies. Alrighty. So now, when you get back onto Black Chocobo you've parked, you don't get to fly to the next destination. It automatically goes back to the forest that it came from. But we need another one, and we need it for a very specific reason. Bird? Oh, come on. No. Oh, I had it! Oh, I didn't have it! No! Get back here! Oh my god! Oh, this thing is trolling me. Look at this! Look at this! No! 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 My god! Oh my god. There we go. Alright, good. Alright. I need to park this in a very specific spot. Line it up. There we go. Park it right about there. Now, you would think, why didn't you just park it right next to the castle? 64 door glitch. Very important that the bird is lined up on that specific column. Otherwise, we will soft lock. I think he's supposed to talk like that. I think. I don't know. Oops, hello. Oh, hey! Don't think that was supposed to happen. I must have messed up somewhere. Oh well. I'm glad you caught that, Conkers. Alrighty, so we are about to enter the Tower of Zot. This place can be very dangerous. I safety saved before I got in here for a reason. Because this can be very punishing. So... And we got a fairly dangerous battle that we need to do coming up in here. So should be coming up pretty soon. Alrighty. Good. Ooh boy. Get that cover up. Alrighty, so we went out of our way to get this treasure chest and do this battle so that we could get this fire sword. This fire sword is going to come in extremely handy for a couple of boss battles we've got coming up. Alright, only 4 more, well now 3 more encounters after this. Oh, and we get surprised. It is very important that after every back attack, especially if we take a significant amount of damage, which we didn't really hear, that we heal up because, especially if you get attacked from behind, because both our characters are in the back row. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Both our characters are in the back row, and therefore are going to take less melee damage. However, if we get back attacked, they will now be in the front row, and they will take a significantly higher amount of damage. And that can be very bad. 2 more encounters to go. There we go. Alrighty. It should be a leisurely walk the rest of the way through here. Should be. There's that underflow again. We are now confronted with the 3 Mega Sisters. Oh, come on. That's not good. There we go. We're just waiting for this meteor to go off. There it is. Ah, darn it. Didn't get to move that last one. That's okay. Alrighty, and we one-shot the sisters with a meteor cast, and that's that battle. Alrighty, so in we go. Let's go get Rosa, but now we come face to face with Golbez and Kain. But now, what more importantly, Tella comes face to face with Golbez, and he now knows that Golbez was the one responsible for the death of his daughter. So he will now have his revenge by casting Meteor for the first time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So what's going to be coming up after this cutscene will be some more cutscenes, and then there's going to be a pretty tricky boss fight that I'll try my best to explain as I'm doing it. The Margie sisters. Alright, so there's Meteor. The reason why they didn't want him to cast Meteor is because he is so old and frail that summoning the actual fortitude to cast the spell was going to overwhelm him to the point that it could kill him. Kain, however, just needs to go lie down because this is all too much for him to handle. And Tella is doing the same because he is on his way to the afterlife. Alrighty. Golbez now. So, a couple of important things are happening here. The Meteor, while it did not kill Golbez, it has broken his command over Kain. We have also realized that Golbez realizes that he has some kind of kindred connection with NKH. But exactly what, we don't know quite yet. Alrighty. So Tella's gonna die, and you know it's an actual death because he does the double dragon flash. So he's like dead. No life potion is gonna help him here. So we're just gonna go pick up Kain and be like, alright, get your act together. Let's go. Here comes Rosa. We rescued her just in time before that huge boulder came down and splattered her everywhere, which would have been really cruel and gruesome. But fortunately, we rescue her, and now she is going to give some love to her boyfriend. Which is nice and all, but we're not out of the woods yet. Not quite yet. So, Kain is like, alright, you know what? I'm sorry. I was bad. I realized the evil of my ways. Let's be friends again and do good stuff. Alrighty, and here we go. We take one step down, and we're suddenly stopped. By an incoming boss battle. Good. We'll take that. Nice hit, Kane. Big damage. We like to see that. Okay, so after a while, Valvolus is going to go into this kind of like tornado form. The only way to get her out of this form so that you can continue to do damage to her is to have Kane jump on her. We also exploit a passive ability that Paladin NKH has, where where anytime a physical attack is targeting a party member that is in critical HP status, he will automatically fly out and take the hit for them. So, oh god, oh boy, I really hope Cecil kills with this. That would be wonderful. Nice. Okay. Whew. Yeah. So, to that point, having Cecil with no HP is a big problem when he's trying to cover for his allies, because with 6 hit points, 1 hit and he's dead, and all of a sudden now we're all sitting ducks, and that fight can go very pear-shaped if that happens. So, fortunately, Kane was a bro and killed Valvolus on that final jump of his there. So we're good. Alrighty. Now we're back in Baron. We're trying to figure out what to do next. And what we figured out to do is to blow a hole in a mountain over by the city of Agart so that we can fly our airship into the underground. However, if there are any other names here, we can name Sid, we can name Yang, we can name Kane, and we can name Rosa. I think I have a name for Rosa, and I think I might have had one for Sid as well. But if you could refresh me on those soon, that would be grand. All right, so it looks like for Rosa we had Leela, and then I was given a name a while ago for Sid, and that name was where was it? Huh? I thought I had a name for Sid. Maybe not. Okay. Very well. Alright, so off we go. Alright. Now, had the chocobo that I dismounted when I went back to my Cydia, left the screen in one of those red bars that I put up, this would be the opportunity, and really the final opportunity that I would have, to try to get another one to fix that. Fortunately, we were good the first time around, so we can move along. Alright, so we have thrown the magma key down the well in Agart. It is blowing a massive hole in this mountain, which is going to reveal a huge crater, which we can then dip our airship into and get to the underground. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Yes, it is. Alrighty. So, the Red Wings of Baron have found their way into the underground as well. Fortunately, we've got these tanks fighting against them as well. Where are these tanks coming from? We'll find out soon. Alright. They came from this castle here. This is the Castle of Dwarves. Whoops, no. We're going to be saving here for sure. Now comes some real fun. Some fun we like to call counting. This is floor number 1. Don't do it. Oh my god. This is floor number 2. And this is 3. And this is 4. And 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. And 63. Now, you might be wondering why I just wasted like a minute just running back and forth. In order to activate the 64 door glitch, which we'll be doing in just a few minutes, we essentially need to manipulate the floor counter that the game has to not only get it to 0, but then a negative number. This is going to allow us to now go through negative floors, which are just a massive glitch. So if you like glitches and or have never seen this particular one before, you are not going to want to go anywhere, because this is about to get super wild. Before we do that, we have 2 boss fights that we need to do. as well as some very specific item arrangement, which will be done during the second boss. But this first one here is the dolls fight, or the Calabrina fight. This needs to be done in a very particular way to avoid the boss taking another, like, kind of more powerful form, which is extremely difficult to deal with. So, I will kind of concentrate on this, say for one particular thing that I'm going to do, which might look a little weird, but I will explain. Oh, God. There we go. Kind of just gotta wait for him to smack us around a little bit, unfortunately. Okay, good. I killed that one. That one's dead. Alright, now with Rosa's second turn, we're going to cast Mute on our party. Oh god, he's dead now. That's not good. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay, here's what I'm actually going to do. No, hello. Okay, this should be fine. Should be. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Alright. That was extremely close. Yang dying there was not part of the plan, but we recovered, so we're good. Okay. Now on to the second boss fight. We trivialized this because of the mute spell that we cast. And I'll explain why. That's that Fireclaw, right? Yeah. And then that Paladin armor goes there. Okay, so that hold gas that you saw Golbez cast, for anybody that has the mute status on them, hold gas will miss because it's higher in the priority of status effects, and it's going to allow Cecil to do an attack here such that we should... Why? Okay, that's what we want to hear him say. We should be able to skip that cutscene, and we did. Normally, Rydia comes in and saves you, hence the Mist Dragon. But if we're able to kill him in those 3 hits, the Mist, Kane's Jump, and Cecil's, I'm sorry, NKH's attack, then we're good to go. Alright, so we've defeated Golbez, but unfortunately he just turns into a hand. And he kind of just creeps along. And he is going to grab this Dark Crystal, which we were trying to protect. That stinks. We did all this for nothing. Alright. Now. So eventually we're going to be able to get that Dark Crystal back. And by eventually, I mean in about, like, 20 or so seconds. Alright, I'm going to do a couple things here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one last check of my item placement, make sure everything is good here that I need, and we are good. Okay. We're going to come to this menu here. We're going to turn our battle speed all the way up. We're going to turn our menu screen to this very lovely shade of green. We're going to cast Warp, and look, hey, there's the Dark Crystal. Alright, everyone, hold on to your butts. It's about to get glitchy up in here. So, the funk is about to happen. Here we go. What is all of this craziness that's going on here? Let's just try walking left. See if maybe that helps. Okay, now I can't do anything. Oh boy. Okay, there's Sid's theme. Okay, we're in a room with mages. Let's just kind of go this way. And let's just go this way. And, oh look! We're in the sealed cave! And wait! There's Edge! It's actually just Yang cosplaying as Edge. So what's going on here? Oh no! Kane is betraying us again! Shocker. What he's actually doing is he's freeing up a spot in our party, which is extremely important for what we're going to be doing here. But now that we're done here... Alright. Let's just leave. Alright, let's just move up out of here. Oh man, all this brown stuff again. Just keep walking left. That seemed to work. Alright, let's keep walking left. Now I can't do anything again. Ah, this room again. Alright, let's just go up. Alright, let's just go up. No, let's go left. Nah, let's go up. Alright, you know what? No. No. We're going left. I'm committed to going left now. I will go left as long as it takes. I'm just gonna keep going left. Just lefty left. Something different is bound to happen, right? Just keep going left. Just keep going left. Just keep going left. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, that's different. Whoa! We're on the moon now! This is cool! Okay. Down drops a ray of moonlight, and... Oh, it's Fuso! Yeah, I understand he's pretty useful in Free Enterprise. So this is cool, right? So we gotta talk to him a little bit, but then after he's done talking, he will join our party. Alrighty, now. 149. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. Okay. So, I tell you what. We're going to do a couple things that we need to do here. First of all, we need to switch these two items. We need to rearrange some magic here in life, and then mute, and then slow, right? Life, mute, slow. Yes. Okay, cool. We come over here, warp and nuke. We flip those. Fire and ice too. Very good. We're going to take our battle speed back down. And then unfortunately here, we need to just kind of wait for a minute. And here's why. Of the various rooms that you need to go through in this glitch, there are different qualifications that you need to meet in order to go through them. The one that we're about to go through depends on exactly where your in-game timer is. But it's not down to the minute, it's down to the second. And because we can't see the seconds place, we have to wait for a very particular spot based on the minute to go through. I have a chart here that breaks it down by every individual second, second, minute, hour, when it's safe to go through that room. Because if you go in there and it's one of the squares that tells you no, you will soft lock and you are done. So I'm waiting for that timer to hit 151, and then when I do, it is go time, because I know the beginning of the 151s are completely safe. So we kind of just chill here. At least gave me an opportunity to explain it. There we go. Alright. So up we go. Up we go. And when we get to this point, we have made it. So now we're going to go left a bunch. Left a bunch again. We are committed to this. Okay, now I'm not doing anything. Now it's just going to keep pushing me through here. And we are going to get to a point where we're right back in the Dwarf Castle where we started this whole mess. We've got this Upco spell in here. That seems pretty cool, so we'll put it in the top left corner. Back in this mage room again. Let's just head back right to where we came from. Dramatic pause, and here we are at Zermus's Palace. This is the final room of the game. Alrighty, folks. Here's what I want you all to do. Oh, well, you know what? Oh, actually, no, it's good. I want you all to place a number in chat. It's going to be a number between 1,600 and 2,300. What you're trying to do is you're trying to guess the damage roll from Sid when he casts Meteor. And you want to guess as close as you can without going over. This is a game we like to play called the Meteor game. And it's all very fun. It's not coming up yet. It's the next... it's the next battle cutscene, so... So that one's down. Yes, indeed, said, yo, Dr. Dragon, I am happy to sit here and talk about it and teach you. Alrighty, here come those Meteor guesses. I like it. There's probably going to be quite a few, so I'm not going to parse through who is the winner. I'll let y'all figure that out on your own. Price is Right rules. Yes, you want to guess as close to the number without going over. Alrighty, so here we go. So, Golbez's cast is almost always quad 9s, as it is there. And here we go. Here's Sid's roll. It is 2,078. So whoever it was that guessed closest to that without going over, congratulations, you win the Meteor game. The guess I normally make is 1,842. However, I'm sure there are plenty of people that guessed something between that and the roll that it was. So... Alrighty, so, things look bad. Zeramus has gained his power. We have been flattened. It is extremely dire. Fortunately, we have the power of friendship. And the power of friendship is what will get us through this. What we also have is the power of running away. The reason why we do this is because, and I'll show you right here, so when you're not running, you have these little kind of sweat bubbles above your head that happen when you are in critical HP status, which Cecil is, and pretty soon a lot of our other characters will be as well. Because of those sweat bubbles and the scrolling background that's going on, it creates lag that we can avoid by running away, and it saves about like 12 seconds or so, so there's no reason why we don't do it. Yeah, it is the closest without going over, so if you guessed slightly above it, unfortunately that does not count. It needs to be a guess less than the actual roll and as close as you can get. Price is Right rules indeed. So all of our friends are coming in here and they are blessing us with their strength and their power and their love. And really all they're just doing is bringing us back to life and filling us with HP, which is going to be completely inconsequential for a very specific reason. And that reason is going to make itself apparent in just a few minutes. Alrighty. So we're going to take that nifty Upco ability that we got, use it, and we blow up and time. So what we've done there is we have glitched Fusoya's spells to give us an instant death ability that the game did not account for us having, and therefore even in that form of Zeromus, which isn't supposed to take any damage, that flag kills it, turns it to dead, and it's gone. So, alrighty. There we go. Final Fantasy IV, any percent credits, no credits warp, 2 hours, 6 minutes on SpeedGaming. Fusoya, your thoughts? Well done. Alrighty, folks. Well, that is the run. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I hope you really enjoyed me and what I'm doing here, because if you did, you're not going to want to go anywhere, because right after this, I'm going to do another run. I'm going to be doing my signature speed run. It is a game for the TurboGrafx-16 called Newtopia, and it's very cool, and you're going to want to stick around for that. So I don't know if we're going to go to a kind of a setup screen. I was going to step away for a second if I could, and then, yeah, we'll come back with more Vani and more speedrunning. So, yeah, I guess we'll cut away and don't go anywhere. And thank you everyone very much for the GGs. Alrighty, folks. We are going to get set up for the next game momentarily, so stick around. There will be a really fun speed run coming up here, so you don't want to miss it. Thank you all very much for sticking around. Thank you for the GGs. Thank you for learning this game along with me. I hope you really enjoyed that massive glitch that we just did. Yeah, so I'm going to step away for just a second, set up my game, and then we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere.